go. Bang. Into the power tower. There we go. Now we're up and running. We got a few people. No B Widow. We can get the hell out of here before she gets in. If she decides to join today. There's Steelers.
There you go, bud.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Maybe.
I could never get a hold of military chief. Of course, I saw it when I had the driving the Mesa. Then all of a sudden, I don't have the Mesa.
I don't think you can take that, even the military one. I don't think you can take it into the thing anyway. To make it yours. It's basically almost like a police vehicle, I believe.
I was going to find out, but
Well, what are they? $25,000 to buy one?
For what?
The military Jeep. Hey, Wall, how you doing, boss? The Crusader.
Oh, the Winky?
No, the Crusader. It's the military version of the Daisy Duke Jeep.
Yeah.
It's not any better. It's still a POS SUV.
well, I'm only getting it because it's in that one race of yours.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but it's usually not a long one, so it's kind of...
You want to waste the space, I guess.
Right.
Just curious. I'm looking at war stock.
I can't wait for that Ryan Reynolds movie to come out.
Which one?
The one on August 3rd. It's like GTA live action look. Like he's in the game. He's in the game and doesn't know it until somebody shows up.
Well, here's a
It's
Crusader.
like GTA format.
How many do you want?
I think it's like August 13th it comes out or something around there.
Yeah, 225,000.
For that?
Yeah.
What?
For the Crusader? Jesus.
Wow. If only it was a little bit different version. The one that you have to buy.
Deal it.
Just a little faster. Oh, it's a 6-speed,
Yeah.
not the 5-speed.
Alright, we're going to get started, guys. I'm doing good, Wall. It's been busy. Usual stuff, you know.
Hey, Wall.
We're going to get started. Feel free to jump in. It is open lobbies, of course. It is the Outlaw series. We are on 3 and 4. So we can delete 1 and 2. And then go into 3 and 4. That's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's not. I almost screwed up. My playlist. I gotta edit that one. Edit. See, now this is messed up. I can't go into my races because it doesn't give me the last page. I gotta go into bookmark jobs and find the trophy truck Outlaws. I think it's under T. Oh, yeah. To add the last two. It's so stupid that I can't even access my own jobs in the T's. I have way too many freaking races bookmarked.
Oh my.
There's number 9.
No, I see it, Wall.
3. And 4. So we should end on trophy trucks. And save. Otherwise we'd have only been 14 races. Darn.
Oopsie.
Tow truck left?
Yeah, I was changing crew.
Oh. Oh. So you're back already?
I'm joining up on GTA Online, yeah.
Alright. We can get off the first race before he gets in here. From settings. Invite. Mr. Playlist yesterday. See if I can fuck him this time. I'll get him. I'm gonna win this playlist.
Yeah.
No contact.
How many have you lost to me to? That was, what, the third time up on a playlist, maybe?
That's 3 too many.
2.5, 3 years?
3 too many and too long.
Tell Steelers aside before he thinks I can ignore him. So then the other day, I was on my computer. My wife comes in my office here. And I'm looking at motorcycles again. She's like,
Really?
yeah, exactly is what I got. Really? She says.
That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of the wife, I forgot to
She's
tell
like,
you.
we had this all set up. All you had to do was go get it. And it would have been yours.
Which one were you gonna get?
Oh.
The Sportster? 1200
Harley.
Sportster?
Well, no, it was gonna be the Yami MT-07.
Oh.
And then
Dang.
It's 30 minutes away
Okay.
from getting it and decided not to get it and turned around.
right.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What changed your mind?
gonna get a house first.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't want, because they make so much money, so then everything gets put on debt.
Yeah.
Okay, you make X amount, and you got this payment and this payment. So I get the house first, and then I can get the bike. Oh, can't find. And then we were 2 hours from looking at one on Thursday. The realtor calls on Thursday. We were supposed to look at it at 3:30. Realtor calls at like 1:30 and says, your house, the owners accepted a bid on it. I'm like, mother. I'm never going to get out.
Right. I'm never gonna get a bike.
Right, which that's what it comes down to. I mean, I had the chance for the bike. So.
No, I'm just saying because you changed your perspective on it.
Right.
So I'm never gonna get a bike. Can't get a house
Gotta
first.
get the house first. Yeah. And a friend of mine's got a great place. It's got like 3 or 4 acres of land. It's like
Take the damn truck I wanted.
a mini farm type thing. Some old.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been a farm at one time, but then things happen.
Still smells like little piggies.
Well, I don't know. He's got some stuff
Oh.
out there, but problem is he's literally a quarter mile or 100 yards from the internet,
Oh,
like the city
that's
internet.
expensive.
So
Yeah, that's expensive to get it routed to you.
I don't even know if they could.
It's a long waiting list for this neck of the woods, at least.
Now you just gotta wait on Starlink.
So I don't want to have to deal with not having the
Right.
internet. I mean, it'd be a great place. He wants like way less than what market value would be on his house.
See, when Starlink comes out, you can just go buy the house then.
By that time, I'll already have a house. I hope by then.
I hope.
Yep, exactly.
Lee was talking about it, or Lee and Turtle.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's $500 worth of equipment you gotta buy first. You had to put a deposit down.
I mean, if you get an equivalent internet, definitely worth it in a spot where you can't get fiber.
Right. I'm guessing
Definitely worth
Steelers
it.
is in first.
Yeah, he's super quiet.
You guys all talking, so I'm just listening to what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And racing in first.
I'm just keeping an eye on him. Make sure he's not cheating any checkpoints or anything.
I'm just making sure everybody's leaving or picking up their parts as they do the race.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, a fender.
Ooh, a nut. Ooh, a bolt.
Right. Ooh. Is that somebody? Hey, somebody missing a bumper?
I knew better than to take this truck.
Well, if there's an oil trail, that's got to be Toe's truck.
Right? This is the only truck I have that is not lowered suspension.
You should let
Oh,
Steelers
so
win the
nice, too.
playlist. I don't let anybody win the fucking
I was gonna
playlist.
say he don't let anybody win it.
If you're
If you
gonna win
you
it, you're gonna earn it. No giveaways here.
A playlist? There's no... Yeah.
And there's no context, so there's no excuses. It's you against everybody. Not some a-hole like yesterday. Not mentioning any names.
Really?
I didn't say your name.
It wasn't given to you. You
I was
definitely
thinking
know that.
Viper. Who took me out on the
On the last race, yeah.
I had him.
Thought you were talking about me when I jumped into you on the parkour race.
Well, you know,
Shit
if
happens.
the shoe fits. If the slip, in your case, if the slipper fits.
Well, wait, hang on a minute. You say that, yet you take me out on the other one.
I did too.
Yeah.
The spot before, he takes me and two other people out. He's like,
Right.
if I'm going out, I'm going out with a bunch of y'all.
He's going out like a wrecking ball.
It was he
I
did.
was
It was kind of funny
Miley
too.
Cyrus on the one NASCAR race. I just launched way out into the ocean.
Yeah, that he did too.
Good shit.
I didn't even worry about the corner. I just went straight, took toe out.
Right.
Yep. I was coming
Sounds
around
like
the
a
corner and I
B-word move.
was fixing to take B out and get first place, and then
You haven't seen that track yet. That's actually a really good track.
this Duke of Death comes flying in and straightened me out, and then he went up the jump, and I was like, "You going to the mountains?"
I almost made it to land.
Yeah, no, it is a really good track though.
Oh, damn, slide. Come on, stop sliding.
It's got a lot of GP style turns in it.
Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
track. Really well built.
So who made it?
I don't know. It's a random. It was on one of Brophy's streams,
Oh,
I
I
grabbed
think
it.
his name was RJES or something like that.
But I grabbed it and we've done it the last 2 weeks. But it's actually a fun little race.
Yeah.
It's in the mix. It's
Oh,
like
if
Lonely
we did it-
Isle or something it's called.
We did it a couple weeks ago. I remember doing some GPs with you guys.
Nope, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't on that
It
one.
was last week and this week we
Oh,
did
I
it.
see. Oh, I see.
But yeah, now that I think about it, you were asking about which bike, and now that I'm thinking and I think, you know, I might be the other one instead of the MT. So
There's some good-looking Sportsters out there right now.
I don't like the new one that they just came out with, the 21.
Oh,
I don't like the way the
different
exhaust
engine.
is.
That's a totally different engine design.
And I know the 883, you can turn that into a 1200 pretty easily
Right. Right.
with a kit. So, you know. Really, I was just looking for something with mid controls. So, like factory mid controls that I don't have to. And you can buy the forward controls for it if you want to put them on there. But
Oh, of course, any Harley. Yeah.
I'm good, you know, as far as that goes.
I need.
See, all it
forward
is
controls
just
on
the,
mine.
the shifter lever and the pedal.
And having just a footrest out front where you can straighten your legs is so nice on the highway. I miss that.
I mean, I can still put, even if I had mid controls, I can still put highway pegs on it. So if I wanted to stretch out, I could just put them up there just for, you know, a minute.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
actually looking at sport bikes last night.
Mm.
A couple of R1s and R6s I seen I liked.
Oof. One would be the way to go.
Yeah, I seen one of those ones.
Unless you don't commute, right? Unless you have short commutes.
That one you were thinking of, whatever that one was.
No, if I was to buy another sport bike right now, it'd be a Gixxer 750.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what year?
My favorite is a 2006 with the yellow and black.
Okay.
But A 750 is just, it's not too much power and it's not too little.
Still going, Babbitt, huh?
I think that,
Yeah, it's gotta suck.
I think that's what my Kawasaki was. It was a 750. Yeah,
Ninja?
Hope you
It
get
was.
better, Babbitt.
it was I think it was a 96 750 Kawasaki.
It should have
The ZX.
been 636.
No. It's like it wasn't a 6. It was a 750.
I didn't think they made 7. No.
It was
Maybe they did back then.
bike.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a 96. So I'll have to look. I'll look it up. I should have pictures in it somewhere. Hell, I still know the guy who bought it off me.
Nice.
He still has it.
That's like I've seen one on OFFROAD or whatever. It's a old Suzuki TL 1000.
Mm-hmm.
And
Looks similar. With the little
Right, well, the guy-
air pockets on the lower fairing, front fairing.
well, no, those were only 1 or 2 year made, like they were specialties.
Okay.
And he wants like $3,000 or $4,000, and then in the description, no title. I'm like, and you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that start.
I mean, if you can get a legit bill of sale, but it doesn't.
Still can't title it without.
A legit bill of sale is gonna get you in Oklahoma.
Right. Well,
But the bike obviously has to be clean.
right.
I still have to do that. I got a little XS 360 Yamaha. It's like a 1976 trail bike. Turned it into a cafe. I need to do that with that one. Get
What was it you
title
were
for
riding the other day? You sent me the picture. Last week.
Me?
or week- Yeah.
It's
His boyfriend.
2007 Deluxe, Harley Deluxe.
Ah.
It's like a soft tail Fat Boy, but deluxed out.
I didn't even think about that, Rust. I need to send you some paperwork on my trailer so we can register it.
There you go.
Even though I never tow it.
Well, like in Oklahoma, it's easy for trailers.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even have a tag on my my little trailers. Like our gooseneck, we have to have one just because of the sheer weight it goes on it.
Right.
Hey, Electric. How's he working today, huh?
And my little work trailer still has no tag on it. It had a Texas tag and took it off, and
That's what mine's got on it, because when I bought it, that's how we ended up doing it, was through Texas.
yeah. Say shit if you know anybody, and I think it was Wyoming has the cheapest
It's
cheapest
that or,
tags for for
Yeah.
shit like that.
well, I got a friend in Alabama, too, I need to send it to.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to buy a permanent plate for it.
Right. Yeah, switch once you get it one, and then you can switch it over.
Well, I'll just buy that permanent and not have to worry about buying another plate again.
Gotcha.
And the funny thing is, I've been looking at those bikes for like weeks or whatever, and this one sold, that one sold, this one sold. Those two bikes that I was
Yeah.
looking at, the MT and the other one,
Damn
are
it.
still available, both of them.
No shit.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? They're just waiting for
You're
me.
supposed to struggle just a little bit more, Steelers.
They're like, just buy both. Then you got
did.
one
Good
for...
job, Huggy. Good jump. Damn.
They're telling me to buy both of them. Well, here's a
Bought both of them.
2003 FJR. Yami.
Right where
3,500 bucks.
I'll tell you what's the funniest thing to see out in public now when you're on a bigger bike is a Grom.
Oh, the
They're so
ground.
funny. They're so funny.
They're fun to
They
mess
sound
around
so
with.
cool, though.
Got a little
They sound
pipes on
great.
it. The Yoshi pipe
Yeah,
on
like
there.
a little 4-stroke 450, sound. But just seeing a guy like riding a little football, monkey humping a football,
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, now they got the newer ones. The 22s have 5 speeds instead of 4 speeds.
Okay.
So you gain like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, from Colorado to Texas, I've seen a few big guys, kind of big guys riding them. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I
But I
dig
mean,
it
it's
though. I mean,
just,
they're out riding, so it's awesome. You know, I get that part. That's awesome, but it's still funny to see.
yeah, but that when they first came out, the stunners were buying them up left and
Oh, they
right. They
still
were hard
are?
to get.
Oh yeah, still are, yeah. And then modifying them and air riding them and
Put cages
stretching
on
them,
them.
and turboing them.
Yeah.
I know when we were going to the Cubs game, they had a guy on one of them little do-it-yourself, build-it-at-home bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked nothing more than a two-wheel go-kart almost. I'm like, that is too small to be riding in traffic.
All right.
I don't need to tinkle, you stupid game.
Tinkle, tinkle. They know your bladder. Happens when you get older. Incontinence issues.
All right.
Do you have yellow boots
Right.
and a rusty zipper? Do you have...
We've had some babies and bladders are all your guts are all
Every time you sneeze, you pee yourself?
Oh yeah, Chaz, before I forget,
Oh.
tell the missus the pecan praline or the pecan coffee's out now for community.
Pecan.
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 That all sounds good to me.
Oh, it's actually really good.
Oh, let her know. Remember. You know when you get to be my
That's not
age,
good.
memory's not what it used to be. Not when it doesn't pertain.
Can't remember.
When it doesn't pertain to me, I don't remember shit.
Right.
It's like, oh, we gotta do what? Oh shit, I forgot.
Oh, I learned something new today. Shit, what'd I forget?
I mean, I remember the important dates, like anniversaries and things like that.
Oh, you're ahead of the game. You shouldn't have said that online. Proof.
But I remember those
Oh yeah.
anniversaries. Just had that not that long ago, a month ago. Birthdays. Got one coming up this week. My kid's birthday.
Kid's birthday. Just can't remember which one, but he knows
The
he got a kid's
youngest.
birthday.
Yeah, he's got to cook.
Yeah, I gotta cook. It's like a thing we have for the birthday. Birthdays, you get to pick a meal. So this happens to be one I gotta cook.
Well, still.
I mean, if you want to go somewhere, we'll pay for it. But they'd rather have my cooking than paying for it. Saves me some money.
So besides you cooking, did he have a specific menu plan, or you're just
No,
you're
he wants
making
breakfast.
scrambled eggs? There you go.
Full on bread. No. Well, no, he likes scrambled eggs, but he doesn't eat breakfast because his
Right.
wife doesn't cook. So then he says, "I'll just come over to your house for breakfast." But I'm like, whatever. And it doesn't have to be. It could be Brenner or brunch or whatever you
Right.
want to call it. You know,
Brunch.
breakfast for dinner or
Brenner.
supper or whatever you want to eat it. You can have breakfast any time of the day. I'm not picky about that.
Nope.
Best at like 2 a.m. after being at the refreshment center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, get a good greasy breakfast in you before you go pass out.
Yep. So you wake up with that shit soaking in.
Mm-hmm. Hangover food.
Just trying to figure out what's going on here.
You're bouncing everywhere that I'm bouncing.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Is me and you were battling for second place. Cheater.
Ooh, that was weird.
Wow.
Damn.
Temperature's too hot, so people don't want to work. Yeah, you get that. The temperature's even that. Well, it's getting warmer this week for us. Until Wednesday, I think. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is gonna be hot. But
Yeah, it's gonna be like 80-something degrees.
I think we're gonna
Where's
be pushing
Babbitt at?
90.
I rolled into that one.
How hot is it, Babbitt?
I seen that. I'm going
Where's
in it
Babbitt?
reverse.
That's electric.
Oh, it was 116 when I left Vegas.
Yeah, We had friends that were there. They were there for a wedding, but they drove there from here.
Okay.
Their return, they showed their odometer.
Good
Like
lord.
their trip meter was 4,366 miles they put on going back and forth.
Jesus.
But they stopped it. You know, they went through a different
Oh
area.
yeah.
Touristy stuff. They made a vacation out of it. 106
That's
at the
right.
moment, electric says.
106 where electric's at.
That's Celsius.
He's
England.
England or Africa?
UK. Or no, it's
UK?
Scotland.
Okay.
Scotland, I think. Scotland.
He probably converted it to 106. That's gotta be Fahrenheit.
I didn't say Celsius, he'd be melted.
Yeah.
200 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that's fucking hot. Whatever it turns out to be. I really want to know it. 100 degrees Celsius. England. Oh, England. Yeah, who the hell was this?
Right.
Was it Scotland?
Scott's fault.
Scott's frogs.
No, there's the
I
other one
think-
too.
okay.
George.
I'm not
There's another one.
George.
George lives in Scotland. That's what I was thinking.
Nah,
Yeah, he's in England.
Who's in Africa then? South Africa.
ain't that Chris you're thinking of? But he's in Philippines.
Nope.
Oh.
Thailand.
Yeah.
Chris was in
Perceptions.
England too, till he
He
moved to
was.
the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in the Philippines now with all the chickens, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philippines.
Yeah.
One of the little islands over there.
Him and the wife.
Right on.
And the 200 chickens or 400 chickens or whatever.
I'd be having chicken for dinner.
Eat a lot of eggs.
A lot of eggs. Jesus.
A lot of omelets. Let's go. Hey,
Morning.
Brian. Good morning.
I'm going to repaint my FREECRAWLER.
Found a bubble helmet like what my character has on in what Denver area. They want like $300 for a bell helmet. Looks like that. I'm like, wow, that's a nice helmet.
That's another thing. I had to return my helmet. The guy says, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, I didn't even wear it." He's like looking at me. He's like, "Well, I got to check out the box to make sure." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not a bowling ball in it."
Right.
And that was a bell helmet. That was DOT, Snell, and
Oh shit.
ECU or whatever the European approval.
Yeah.
It all three.
So nice.
It was matte black, just like the bike was going to be.
Right.
It had the extra visor, or not visor, but screen or window. It had
Wow.
Right, 'cause-
tinted in a regular.
Because they're not allowed
Come
to
on,
have
get off.
the flip down tinted visors and a Snell helmet yet. I was checking.
But this was a replacement one, not a.
Right, right. Not the flip down
Not the
inside
double.
from inside. Yeah.
Boy, that one screwed me.
They haven't figured out how to get
It
those
was-
Snell approved.
The funniest thing is, I always wear a full face,
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
do now
this is-
for sure now.
but 90% of the time, my visor is up.
Just popped a little
Yeah.
bit just for airflow.
No, it's all the way up.
Was it?
Sunglasses
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had a tinted visor. The only time I'd put it down is when it was like I know I'm fixing to be doing a
Open
certain
highway.
speed
A certain
number.
speed?
Yeah.
Not gonna do
Yeah,
that out
and then I
online.
would flip it down. Yeah. When I was going fast enough, it would rip my helmet off of my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rip the strap off the helmet. See, now that's where I had to make the decision on whether I wanted the MT, because I mean that's only 147 at top speed. Not that 147 isn't fast, but
Well, on a cruiser, that's plenty fast.
you're not going to do that on a cruise.
Plenty fast.
On the 883 was only I think 110 top speed.
Yeah.
Wow, what is going on with this spot today?
I think my speedo goes 140, but I have not hit it yet on the big bike.
And then
Or Harley.
I was looking at the Z900 Cowie.
Yeah.
That one I think top speed is 160 something. Don't quote me on it, but it's
160 something?
Yeah. The 900 Cowie.
Yeah. My Cowie was 170 was my top speed on it.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And-
120
when I
you're
was
moving. So
That was in Mexico though, when I went 170.
not that I ever tested it out to go that fast, you know. But
I'm just laughing.
I got pulled over.
Yeah, you went faster.
I got pulled over by
In Mexico.
No, it was in the United States.
No, that's the joke. It's in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the Autobahn. I swear.
Ooh, ooh, that'd be nice.
I got pulled over by a cop once on my other crotch rocket, and the guy says, "This is pretty nice." Like, oh, thank you. He says, how fast does something like this go? He's looking at the speedometer that reads 195.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, I don't know, 55, 60? And he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, bullshit.
Right.
I said, I don't know. I never had it up over 60. He's laughing. Uh-huh.
My speedometer was reading 20.1 miles an hour.
Wrapped around.
Well, I got pulled over for no tags on the bike. So I just gotten it. So he wanted to, they were double checking my tags. He's like, most guys on these kind of bikes don't like to pull over. They like to test us. I'm like, where the hell am I going to go? At the end of this road was a beach and a campground. And then some kind of logging road that I could have gotten away on if I had a dirt bike. You know, but this is a crotch rocket. The suspension isn't built for it. The tires definitely aren't built for it.
You planned ahead.
Sandy, dirty.
You plan ahead, pull over.
Yeah. I'm like, I have no reason to run anyway. I wasn't speeding.
Right.
Well, see, that's what's funny here is, of course, you got to have a license plate front and back.
On a bike?
Except a bike, right?
Well, no. On a bike, you don't have to.
Right, it's just
Right.
Right.
A car, you
But
got to
then
have it on
when
the
you
front and
have-
back. Oh, here too.
Right.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Texas, California.
But if you have like a Gixxer CBR, you get the Fender Eliminator kit, which tucks your license plate up underneath the bike, which
Then they can't read
Okay.
it. They get pulled over.
right,
for
you
that.
can't read it, so then it's like, okay, well now I don't need a toll tag for it because I can't even see my license plate to give me a ticket.
You have your visor down so they can't see your face.
But you used to get pulled over because you don't have your license plate visible.
Well, no,
Still do.
yeah, it's still visible, but it's at a weird angle that cameras can't see it.
They don't have the cop cars, you know.
Like
traffic
where the
can see.
underneath the fender is,
Right.
is
It's at
is
a,
where the
at a weird angle.
yeah, it's mounted to the fender.
Mm-hmm. It has a mud flap.
So if you do a lot of
But not-
burnouts, then you'll cover your license plate up with rubber.
Or one little wet puddle with a little bit of mud and you're running.
Yeah.
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 I had that. I did that to my Kawasaki too.
They even got
Something
fender
like that.
eliminator kits for like the Groms too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need a fender eliminator kit for my other bike, which that means I gotta cut shit up. Oh, took the wrong bike.
Woo.
Or is this was
Sanchez only.
Sanchez only. Whoopsie!
I only think one straight.
I did.
Yep. I just looked, I'm like, oh shit.
How's there water on top of the mountain?
Right.
Taking the scenic route for that checkpoint.
Me too.
Glad
No.
you got that one.
Oh man, there's a group.
Oh, shnikes. Whew.
Oh no. No. I think I found you guys a scenic route. This is the type of race I need to learn the stop the character glitch. Change character thing.
Ah.
At least traffic ain't on. Woo woo!
The train.
In the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. I just realized when you get a bike, like a Harley, it's gonna be races like this on those, well, that one specific bike that looks like yours, huh? That'd be awesome.
Which one is that?
I don't know, but there's a couple that sound like Harleys. Of course, not the bagger, but the...
I'd love to have that one that looks like the skull and crossbones, but the skull.
Oh,
The ribcage.
the Halloween bike?
The Halloween bike, yeah. It's not the best
Yeah.
bike, but it looks cool.
No, but it's way cool.
Yeah, I just do a bunch of races for the Enduro.
Hmm. Oops.
More of cafe style. But yeah, I'm leaning more toward the... I'm stuck
The
on
Triumph, yeah, those are nice bikes.
the,
Oh, BMW, yeah, those are really nice bikes. I want a BMW so bad.
the Harley over the MT,
No,
just
I
for
know.
comfort.
Oh, the Harley? Okay.
Just for comfort.
Yeah.
There's BMW Cruisers with the opposed cylinder. Man, that's a weird ride.
Is it?
Yeah, because if you
They look
if you
cool
goose
as
it, you
shit.
feel it pulling to the right.
Torquing on you.
Yeah, you feel the engine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like how they strip them down to either bobber or cafe.
Right. We're gonna look them up here. Well, there's the
I
Western
don't remember.
Damon. It's kind of like a Sportster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the bikes on GTA.
Good job, Toe. Hacker.
LCC
M2.
Innovation. Well, that's a long bike. That's like one of those raked out front ends on it.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta catch Steelers.
Right, look at that.
Oh, the Western Gargoyle. That's kind of like the Sportster.
Gargoyle's
That's
a
the
damn
one.
good bike. Put the big billet rim on the back of it. It's gotta have a big billet rim. It's faster. Does a speed glitch. That's the one that Grey Wolf used to spank us on, just riding wheelies.
The Night Blade. That one kind of reminds me of the. Well, then there's the Rat bike. That's kind of like a Sportster. Well, they say that 883 is one of the most customizable bikes, cruiser bikes.
Oh,
As
yeah,
far
it's
as
an open
you
cam.
can do all kinds of stuff with it.
It's a blank canvas with a good frame.
Yeah. The only thing I don't care for, I mean, whatever, is because it's a cruiser. It's air cooled instead of liquid cooled. So then you gotta watch
it
it.
doesn't.
You don't overheat.
You won't overheat it. The V-rods are freaking nice though for water cooled.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Whereas
they
the
call them now, the
MT-07
newer
was-
version.
But I would love to, between now and that point, to go to the places and take them both for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just go for a day drive and just run down there. And it's an hour and a half
Yeah.
drive either way.
Because they're balanced
but you-
different. How are you going to take corners?
But you gotta have a cycle endorsement to do that.
I have a motorcycle license.
Wow.
I've had mine for over 20 years.
Right on.
See, there was. I never really got mine.
Me either.
How do you
Well,
think-
okay,
how
so
did you
I looked
think
at
I
it
was
like
gonna buy
this.
one if I didn't have a motorcycle license?
Because
Oh, you can still buy one without one.
I had a dealership.
Yeah, you can buy it. You just can't. Yeah, you can buy it.
Yeah.
You just can't test drive it.
Yeah, well, why would I buy something I can't take for a ride? You don't know
Well,
how
I
it
mean-
feels and all that stuff. You don't take it for
You
Well, that's when you
wouldn't,
do all
but-
your little test rides on the used bikes.
Yeah. The private
Yeah.
seller bikes.
Yeah, private sales. Do all your test rides on those.
Yeah.
And then go buy you a brand new one.
And then if that's the case, if you want a brand new one and nobody's fucking dropped or ran hot,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had mine for well over
That's
20
awesome.
years.
I should have.
Well,
had mine
so,
that long, but-
you know, I looked at it like this. I had a driver's license that allowed me to drive tow trucks, which is much heavier than a motorcycle.
Mhm.
What do I need something telling me I can drive a lightweight motorcycle for?
And it's really not that difficult of a test.
No, they're not.
Well, I mean, it's different now. They do a whole different. They got a class you can go and take,
Oh yeah.
and you get your
Yeah,
license. and
Harley
everything.
does.
Yeah, right there. You don't have to worry about it.
It looked like they were.
Yeah, I watch them do it quite a few days a week because I got a Harley dealership right across from my work.
Okay. Saying Colorado looked like they were riding these little 250.
Buells.
These weren't Buells. Well, probably at your place, but where these were at, they look like little, just a little bit bigger than a moped, but look like a motorcycle, like a 250. And they're like they produced, or not produced them, but they catered them to the people because there was a shitload of the same bike. It was so funny to watch these little bikes with big people on them, tooling around this parking lot.
Just give them grams.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than a Grom, but it looked like a motor. It looked like a Dyna, a miniature Dyna, you know, Harley Dyna.
I know the Harley dealership in Baton Rouge and the one here, they make them use the Buells for riding around in the parking lot.
I'd have to ask the lady that I work with if she went to the
Right.
course and find out what bikes they used.
Like around here, you can use whatever bike. You can use your own bike.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't supply one, they were giving them Buells, but
Yeah. I was thinking about just cheating altogether and taking the 3-wheel Can-Am, the Spider.
Yeah, no balance. Do a U-turn in this
Yeah.
thing. Can I back up? Beep beep beep.
Yeah,
beep.
it's got reverse.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Rumor is.
Well, I
to
don't
buy the
know-
garage
I don't know how they are.
17 possum cars separate. Yeah.
Right. I don't know how the
adding.
the
it's
tests
the same
are here.
licensure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be different for states.
But in
I'm sure.
Louisiana, you took the written test, and then your driving test, all you
Yeah,
had
I
to
don't
do
know.
was make a circle in the parking lot and then stop in front of the instructor.
Oh really?
Yep.
Jeez.
That was the driving test.
See, some of them want you to do a low speed balance test, but shit. That's a good thing about riding your own bike for a while and then do the
Used to it.
test on it, because then, yeah. That's what's nice about that Deluxe. I'm used to it because of that my old Fat Boy. As far as balance and everything, it's identical.
And I took mine on a 600, so then I was set to buy anything after that. Because if you took it on a bike that was lesser CC than the 600, then you could only get up to a 600. But if you took it on
Oh,
one
that's crazy.
that was a 600, then you could get anything you want. So you could go up to like the 1800s and the whatever. But if you only took it on a 600 or a 5,
Or
say
a
a 500,
250. A 250,
or
you're
even
stuck.
a 4 or 500, whatever, or 250, then you could only get up to a 600 bike. So your endorsement was only good for that.
That's insane.
But that was,
That was
back
back
in the day. It's changed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't have that restriction in Louisiana.
Yeah, it changed now. Well, again, this has been
But
48
an electric,
years.
28 years. 28 years, yeah.
40, 50 years.
Not fucking that.
electric. If he was still here, he could attest to it. In England, you gotta if you take a driving test with a manual car, then you can drive anything. But if you take one in automatic, you can only drive automatics.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense.
There's times where I wish I had the manual. You know, just bringing back the memories. But after a week, I'd be like, I got fucking automatic.
Oh no, after a week, it's just habit. I love my manual.
Yeah,
I get in my
depends
other
on what you
vehicles and
have.
I stomp on the floor for the clutch.
What you talking about? the manual transmission is the best car alarm in the world right now.
Right. Car theft device.
Theft
Yeah.
deterrent.
That is right, tow truck. Yeah, that's what he said.
As long as it's not a tow, or, yeah, as long as it's not a tow truck coming after your vehicle.
Right.
That don't
well,
matter.
yeah.
I seen TikToks or something like, this is how you can't move my car, you can't steal my car because of this. Like the tow truck driver's like, watch me.
One guy, I love when he does a TikTok video and he says, "I'll give you $100 if you can push this down." It was the old emergency brake that you reef up, and his sister or girlfriend or whatever could not get that to go back down.
Yeah.
Could not get that to go back down. He just reached over, clicked, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, she couldn't pull up one click to hit the release
Push the
button.
button.
Yeah. Because you pull it up to the last click and it puts that bind on it.
Yeah, because a lot of the cars now are electric.
Yeah. Push a button.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't like that. My Mustang actually has a real e-brake in it.
I got in my kid's truck, which is an 07. And like, our car is push button, so you just have the fob in the car and push the button.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the hell does this key go?
Yeah.
I know it's in here somewhere.
I had a guy come in my shop the other day though, and he was driving his little Toyota Camry or whatever, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well, y'all make all kind of keys here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what about I need one for my wife's car." I'm like, "Okay, what kind of car is it?" He's like, Jeep Trackhawk," and I'm like, I was like, did you mean a Trailhawk? He said, "No, it's a Trackhawk." He said, "Well, it got stolen, but so we went and bought her. Now she has a she has a Hellcat now."
Jesus, money.
Oh, I seen a T-Rex. I seen a T-Rex when I was out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That sounded good.
Well, but I talked to the guy, and I was telling him about Goon Squad, and they found the sticker price, and it was $92,000. He said, "Yeah, that's what we paid for ours."
Yep.
I was like, "Holy crap!"
What do you do for a living? And are you hiring?
Right.
Yeah, but even at that, man, that's
Even a Hellcat's not cheap.
That's what the T-Rex is. Have you seen those?
Yeah, those are like $90.
That's a
Yeah, I know
$90,000
that.
truck.
All day long.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm looking at that. Okay, that's okay. That's if Taz had that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like enough money to put down in his house to where he only has to finance it for 3 years.
Right. Exactly.
So that's why I'm like, that's a lot to
beat me.
spend.
I drowned trying to get to the water. Hey, George. I almost made it to the other side. Hey, George. We were trying to figure out which one to use from Scotland, and it was George, not electric. Scotland.
I mean, as much as I love a 350 and a 450 Platinum, I don't know about $90,000 for it.
Well, that's a truck, and one of those you can actually have your pulley capacity. A T-Rex, you can't. You're just commute truck or play in the dirt truck. So,
The same thing as a Raptor. Raptor's what, 60,
Exactly.
70,000?
Yeah, and you can't honestly tow with one of those without squashing suspension on it.
Yeah, it's too soft of a suspension.
Yeah.
I see goons are pulling
it'll-
that big
it'll-
boat with it.
Like it'll pull, but it's gonna be
Yeah, they pulled the boat and the Lambo with it, with the Tesla. Oh, and then they hooked them up to do a tug of war, Rust.
Tesla versus...
Yeah, not realizing that they were fixing to screw that Tesla all up when they were dragging it.
Oh,
Well, you can't drag electric motors.
right. Got to be dollied, huh? Or roll back.
It's got to be a neutral or dollied, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Tesla will not. They will pay extra to send a flatbed. If you put it on anything but a flatbed, they won't pay you.
Gotcha.
But then when you get there, there's some ways to get underneath the bumper and all to reach the power source to get everything to call Tesla and have them put it neutral for you. It's a pain in the butt towing one of them things.
Imagine. Actually got to ride in one of those as a Uber. Pretty cool. Never been in one.
I haven't been in an electric car, and I'm kind of scared too because I wouldn't hear the engine.
Right.
It was weird. You hear tires.
It's
Well, you
like,
barely hear
like
that
a
because
golf
the
cart.
interior is so nice. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
When you actually have a conversation with somebody in their vehicle, like this. So, what'd you do today?
I mean, people still talk in vehicles. They don't just look at cell phones the whole time.
Right.
Somebody tell my wife that. The only time she talks is when I turn the radio on and they want to listen to a radio. And then she starts talking.
As soon as you turn the radio up,
Yep.
it's cue.
Like, oh, and
Oh, you like
She
that song? So that reminds me, since you're happy, I'm gonna ruin that.
Right.
where's that bowl of Cheerios? I gotta pee in it.
That's funny. Never fails. Or nobody ever
Are you
talks
gonna-
to you until your phone
You're going to
beeps.
turn the radio up. I'm just going to talk more and louder now.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know, the days of having the big booming stereos are over for me because it would be a big waste.
Yep.
Which is fine because I don't need that anymore.
That was kind of the funny thing. When I had mine, I barely even listened to it.
Right. Like now I'm getting old and it causes a headache. Like, oh, my neck is out now. I miss it some days.
Yeah, I do too. But I do tend to go through my spells. Like, I just happen to be in a talk radio spell when I have my booming system.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm like, well, I got these two Solar Barrack L7s in here, and I'm listening to talk radio.
Yeah, you can really hear them pop the microphone. Pop.
Right? Yeah.
Like, oh, we need to turn that down in EQ. Don't need to blow a freaking speaker on somebody's. On Jim Norton's.
I was just listening to U.S. Farm Report.
That's funny. That makes me miss listening to Opie and Anthony.
The goat
with Norton.
futures and the corn is at this price.
Goat futures. Goat futures.
Hogs are selling it. Those hog futures.
Yeah, hogs.
Hogs are selling at this price. Beefs are selling at this price.
Soybeans.
Yeah. The old U.S. Farm Report. Oh, in stereo, mind you. You get that real deep bass. Yeah, those days are over anyway. But I find it funny that if you think about what the nursing homes are going to sound like later, like when we get there, you know, it'd be like rap music, F the Police, and whatever else going on, straight out of Compton. And instead of the big band music with what's his face in it, you know,
Right.
Frank Sinatra and whatever, it's going to be F the mother F and mother F again. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Right. Well, that was the kind of thing. When I had my big booming system, the best one, it was, you know, Little John and No Limit and Cash Money at the time was the popular music.
I always like the Beastie Boys. With the Paul Revere had the reverse bass, so it'd suck in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it keep going back. Like, yeah, but you got to watch your woofers. They start sucking in instead of, you know, pumping out.
Yeah. Slow push out. Whoosh. Whoosh.
My buddy had a system in his little Ford Festiva. Yeah, Festiva. He had like two 15s in there, and which was like the perfect airspace what you need for the things, whatever. Anyway, so his little
the car was the perfect amount of airspace.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The car
itself. Because you go any smaller, then you don't get the right airflow and stuff. Anyway, so
Right.
he's got this thing on, and he's got the Beastie Boys thing, and the whole roof of his car is like sucking in and going down, like. It would actually, outside the car, you could hear the roof going clink, clink, clunk, clunk, clink, clink, clunk, clunk. It was going up and down with the bass. I would laugh. He's like, "Holy cow!" And then "Whoop, There It Is" by Rex and Effect. Who the hell sang that?
Tag team.
Tag Team, yeah. Then that long. Which one are we doing?
Yeah, Baby Got Back used to be played at a lot of crank it ups because the first few beats in it was like hard hitting.
I like the Testarossa song too by Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
You hear that.
So then they started going to the Prodigy style stuff, all that remix shit.
Right. But Beastie Boys was always a good one. The Paul Revere, not the Fight for Your Right one, but I can't think. Slow and Low.
Mm.
And of course, Two Live Crew. Yeah, we walked up.
Right, yeah. The song I hated the most and still do is No Diggity by
Is that Salt and Pepper?
whatever band that was.
No.
That's
TLC?
okay. I hate all of it.
Yeah, but you're old.
Well, no, because it had that
We know. He's cringing.
that
No, it's
particular
shit.
sound in it that made you thought your speakers were blown.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
It had that beat, and I'm like, what?
Banana peel.
I remember that first time that song came on the radio, and I'm like, what's going on with my speakers?
Yeah.
Which one of them's blown?
I hate.
You got whatever. Any other time I need to get over that wall to go to a finish line, I can't.
Steelers likes that big band music. The orchestra.
Bruno Mars.
Not Bruno Mars. Big band
I mean,
music.
that's kind of what he is.
What's his face? Frank Sinatra.
No, before that.
I see Steelers more of a Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings type of guy.
Yeah, go rope and stuff.
Mm.
I like that old country though.
Cash for sure.
I like some of the old stuff way better than even the new shit that they got out.
Well, the new stuff's kind of country rock, country pop.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's country party music. Like got your pontoons tied up on a sandbar, drinking it up.
Right. There's no more
There's
beer,
there's
cheating
a
wives,
tear-
and dead
Tear in
dogs.
my beer, and I'm crying for your
No.
beer. And,
Yeah, I never hated like those. But the ones that the chicks are getting drunk in bikinis listening to, those are fine.
especially if you're there.
Yeah. I like the new country for that reason.
Some of it isn't bad. I mean, my playlist that I have at work it's a mix of everything, literally. So, I'm pretty eclectic when it comes to music. I'm open to just about anything. For common words, how common?
Common.
I told the owner of my company the other week he was racist.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
because
The look on his face was priceless, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, especially since I was a black guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has a little iPod and he puts it on the speaker, and that's what is there for the shop music,
Yeah.
and it's freaking Tom Jones, Frank Sinatra, Married with Children. I'm like,
How old is this guy?
dude. I'm like, white people don't listen to this.
Right?
Leave us elderly people alone. No, I got an old soul, I like everything. Except for polka.
Yeah,
Polka you
but
can keep. I even like some of the big band music.
Yeah, see, I like a lot of stuff more than I expected, but not everything.
it was funny because since he's never there, I got my iPhone full of music, one of my spare ones. It's got like 2,000 songs on it or something. So I just hit shuffle.
Nice.
And then he stops it one day because it's playing Cash Money's Loud Pipes. And he knows who the band is, and he thinks it's fixing to be cussing through the whole song. But what he failed to realize is, since I DJ'd, I had a lot of
Gotcha.
safe for work, safe for kids songs.
Yep. Two sides of it.
Right, so they were non-explicitive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't realize that, and I'm like, you killed it on a song that has no cuss words in it. He's like, that song's full of it. I'm like, yeah, you might want to listen again.
This is the child in it.
Yeah, the boss edit.
Yeah, you can't use the word old in my chat.
They won't let it happen.
That's a banned word. It is. Because I get people in the chat. You're too old to play video games. You can kiss my ass. My comment to them was, how old are you going to be when you quit playing?
Yep.
When are you going to put them away?
Guaranteed.
Can you see me
You're
now
playing
there,
you
Babbitt?
play
It
when you're
was,
older.
it was kind of funny. I was watching a show that I'm not gonna name,
That's why
but
it's
they were.
blocked. You're not going to name any names?
No, I'm not gonna name the name of the show, but
Hee-haw?
they were in a Best Buy,
Yeah. House on Prairie.
and I mean it's like when Best Buy first came about, so it's still the old design on everything. And
You
the hot
spun
item
out
at the time was a PS3. And they were buying a big screen TV, and it was the first type one that wasn't tube. It was
Oh, the first plasmas.
no, it was just was it was a big screen that still rolled around on the ground, but it wasn't a tube.
Okay.
Like what they call
Was it
it,
one of those
projectors or whatever.
screens?
Okay. Yeah,
Projection.
projector.
Yeah, is that what it was? The projectors is what they used
Yeah.
to call them. I know it was the new technology, so it was, or it may have been a big tube, is what it was.
Big tube projector. Before it went plasma. Heavy ass plasma.
Yeah. And I think the biggest size you could buy then was 50 or 55 inch, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Square screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Square screen on roll wheels with a big wooden thing at the bottom.
It's super pixelated if you got too close to it. Your eyes would
Yeah.
see spots.
Right.
And you couldn't play video games on it because a static image would put like a spot on the screen.
Burn the screen.
Yeah. If it was a static meaning not moving image on the screen, and like for playing video games, certain things scrolling. If it's a side scroller, everything moves, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with a standard, spot.
Right.
But if you're playing, say, Pong, and that middle bar stays in the middle, because back then that's what it was. Or Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was funny because
The
you.
outline
Pac-Man,
of
yeah.
the Pac-Man screen would stay, like the maze would stay there, but the guys in the middle and your power pellets would move.
Yeah, because you used to, when plasmas first came out, you go to bars and you could tell the ones that got left on ESPN all the time, and when they changed the channel, the scroller's still at the bottom.
Yeah,
Because they never burned the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they would never burn the screen because they didn't know, it's a bar. Why you got to worry about that? My buddy, he was.
burner.
Oh no, my buddy, every Sunday night he burned
Yeah,
the
I
screen.
agree, Wall.
50s are better than some of these. Oh, right, for
And now-
for video games? Oh, absolutely. That's how I see it too. It's like, put your money where your mouth is, kid. I mean, you might kick my ass at Call of Duty, but I got you on racing, I think.
Did y'all see that new gaming pod that's out?
The one for Steam?
No. This is a whole pod that you sit in, and the cockpit folds down, and
Oh shit.
it's 10 grand.
Oh. Okay.
But you got your 3 monitors in front of you, and yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it when it looks like
Rig.
a scorpion's tail. You sit in it and the tail wraps up over your back. And
No, it
comes
kind
on
of
the
looks like an
front
egg. Like you're in a
Be
cockpit.
newer version of that one.
Yeah, you're in a cockpit, and it's
Because the Scorpion, it just leans back. It doesn't shake, right? And
I don't
the
remember.
newer
All I
ones
know
shake.
is it has the monitors there in front of you too.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet. And I like to lean back when I'm playing, so that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like that version, but like what Toe was saying, which is probably like more of has the actuator, so you bounce and jiggle and shake and feel the G.
I don't know if
some
it
of the
had that,
G-force.
but
No. So I follow a bunch of those on Facebook for the sim racing. Ugh, they're expensive.
I kind of like Brophy's sim racing setup.
I'll have to-
He's laid. It's like he's on the chair on the ground, but it's kind of like laid back. So it's almost like you're almost laying down.
Right. Oh, like an F1 rig.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Because, I mean, it is angled.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody overshot that turn this time. Well, the kind of sad, funny thing is even Taz overshot that turn
When?
on the first lap.
I almost did.
I thought that was you. I seen went past it.
I almost. Yeah, I was close. I didn't have to back up.
Really?
That was my first lap.
I'm waiting for ATS to come out with Wyoming or Montana or whatever. Well, Wyoming or Texas. It's supposed to be in July, but they didn't know yet.
Yeah, no, still gotta buy that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, stupid thing. Wow. The hay bales don't move.
They do not.
I am struggling this race.
So yesterday I was dying because I was trying to give up Mountain Dew, caffeine and everything.
Right.
And last night it was like midnight. We're getting ready to crash, and the wife says, "You know, there is a bottle of Mountain Dew in the refrigerator way down in the bottom in the back." I'm like, "Oh, I could have had a Mountain Dew today." Because I'm not buying anymore. So this morning I said, "I'll dig it up." In the morning, it was the expiration date was June 7th of this year. I'm like, I don't even care. It's still Mountain Dew.
It's fine.
It was flat, but it was Mountain Dew. I'm like, I'll take it.
Damn it. Babbitt got me. Good job, Babbitt.
Jeez, I just started the final lap.
Huh. Yeah, Huggy was saying they're gonna add a drift feature with this new DLC.
It looks that way on the previews that I've seen online.
I'm wondering what the hell they're gonna do. It's gonna be on just the newer cars, or they're gonna be on the older cars too, or if it's gonna be the tracks themselves.
Hopefully it's just the newer cars, so it'll be like Need for Speed Drift.
Oh, I remember that Digital Underground. I did all the drift tracks competitions. That was a blast. Getting that bonus
Midnight
points.
Club.
Oh yeah, Midnight Club too.
Midnight Club Underground, yeah.
I used to using the sub. I figured out how to do it solo. I can kill maybe 5 NPCs and escape. I was doing 2 or 3 a day until I quit. Oh, nice. See, I never did any of those. I seen what the actual outcome and how much money you actually make. To me, it wasn't worth the money to buy the sub. Unless you're going to do like you're doing and keep redoing it.
Of course, the last lap I figured out.
Yeah, it's not the Western Damon. Which one is that? It's got to be the Gargoyle. Carbon Innovation, Thrust, Hexer. Yeah, the Gargoyle. Show me a picture of it, you bastards.
Your headset is horrible.
Mine is?
Yes.
Why?
It's going in and out.
Oh, that's probably my connection somewhere.
Yeah, your volume goes up and down, up and down.
It's like he was walking away, leaning away from the mic.
Yeah, even though it's connected to his head.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it in my mouth when I'm talking.
Oh my god!
I'm not like your ma. Alright, Yada, non-contact. This is a lap race.
Rust.
Well, a lot of people have quit playing, you know, or they just play with other people, which is fine. It's a free country. Play whatever you want.
The only reason why to play GTA now is to race. There's no other reason to play it.
Right. And you just hope for a new race. Oh, and I'm working on Helsinki.
Oh Lord.
Instead of
yeah.
Helsinki, it's going to be Helsinki.
Doing the Hellion.
No. It'll be the free trophy truck.
Stock.
No, that'll be custom. I'm not going to do it that way. I have to test it in the stock, but I don't have to make you guys use it in the stock.
I did that last race in the FREECRAWLER. Jesus.
Holy shit, what the hell?
Where's the turning brakes in this thing?
Turning brakes?
I don't know,
It's
OJ.
on the back wheels the whole time. I need.
A little slippery from the juice.
It's got that acceleration where it just does wheelies going up hills and shit, like a monster
Yeah.
truck.
I need like the backhoe where I can do turn brakes.
Got that posi traction rear end where it only pushes you instead of turning.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally completed Snow Runner up to what's available. So I started over again this morning.
Oh shit.
But no mods this time. Straight up, no mods. Just in-game vehicles
Yeah,
only.
I activated a couple of the mods.
Did you?
Definitely is cheating.
Did you get a Veyron D?
No, I got the Ford Power Stroke diesel truck.
Oh,
Nice.
Veyron Ds are pretty good vehicles. Those are Revit's concoctions. And then we found a Goliath, or I found a Goliath truck, which is a beast. It works great for pulling big vehicles and big trailers. What's nice about Revit's trucks is they're all autonomous winches you can put on any of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to worry about tipping over. And then if you get the Titanium Maximus, which is like the Nissan Titan, that has 15,000 repair points that you can use for fuel, you can use for, you know, repair points on any of the missions where you got to fix a vehicle.
Right.
You just go up to it, boom, there you go, it's fixed. It's done.
Yeah, that's the Ford truck thing I'm using does that, but it don't have that many. But it's funny because you ever noticed how many winch points there are?
Hundreds.
Yeah. It takes you forever to cycle through now.
Right.
Shit.
That's what's nice about PC is you just give a mouse click and you drag it to the points you want.
Right.
And I have it on Steam. I have it on PC. But
I just got to the point where I just start hitting
quick,
triangle and just
quick one and hope to get the right one.
hope to get the right one or do what I needed to do.
But yeah, I did all of the new maps and all of that. I don't know how many hours I got in on that. Holy crap.
But it's funny because it's like I got the big diesel Ford truck or whatever. And if you get going a decent speed, it just starts damaging the tires driving down the road.
Oh yeah, because it goes, you know, your brake
Overloaded.
suspension, springs, everything.
Right, but
Yeah.
that meter barely moves.
You hit good enough, you'll blow tires right off the rim. There's like a challenge to blow all 4 tires and still make it to the garage or whatever to see what you're seeing. For one of the badges or whatever.
Off the rock.
Yeah, but the funny thing is you get that transmission and you throw it to high gear, Man, that thing takes off and you can't control it.
Oh, right, yeah. Generally, I don't shift into high because that's too fast.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like 90 miles an hour.
Especially if you're on ice. Forget it. You're going to be doing some ice skating.
Oh, I gave up on Alaska. I just went to the
I figured you would.
Tamara, whatever one.
Groundlands.
Yeah, in Russia.
Russian map. Yeah. Gave up on the ice.
Because it was just ticking me off.
Yeah, snow gets too deep. It's hard to drive through.
Well, no, I mean, if you don't have the chain tires on the road and you slide everywhere and you can't turn.
Well, you're not supposed to go fast.
But then when you get into the mud, the chain tires are crap in mud and it takes you 20 minutes to get through a mud hole that should take you 10 seconds.
Well, that's the whole thing. You got to get compromised. The Ken YC and Twin Steer are good trucks too. See, I didn't like the Twin Steer. I like that Goliath. I don't know if I have that. I should have those pictures. Oh, it's 6 seconds. I got time. Pictures. Messages. There it is. I sent Steeler some. Well, this is the Hell Slinky. One version of looking at it.
That's the up
Oh
version.
my.
This is Rockstar checking up on me when I was making the Hell Slinky race. They fly over me with jets. And it's repeatedly. That's the Zaba.
Fast lap, Taz. 157.
This is the
668.
Goliath. Something or other. It's a beast of a truck.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it's got 62-inch tires. It's built for mud. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. But the only problem with the Goliath is you can't put a crane on it. So if you tip over, there's no autonomous winch for that. You have to hope don't tip over. But it's a beast of a vehicle. It doesn't go super fast, but it's fast enough. Built for power, not for speed. Non-contact.
You guys need to see the movie Ice Road with Liam Neeson.
I
It's
did.
awesome.
I did. It
It's
sucked.
awesome. It did.
I mean, I've watched all of the Ice Road Truckers when it was on.
It's like how'd you like those winch points when they're bringing the trucks back onto the ice?
It's like, really?
From their sides.
I'm sure it
Like, what?
wouldn't have slid at all on the ice. They had nothing there to block it. They just tip right over. It's like, oh, really?
Oh,
Well,
Two
it
trucks-
depends on how you. It
Two
depends
trucks
on
that
how
are
you.
completely on their sides, both of them.
no, you have to see the show. So.
Yeah, but no, I will. But you'd be surprised at.
And then the following distances, they said that you're supposed to be. These guys were like 100 feet apart or something. And
Like that,
for real,
yeah.
you're supposed to be like a half a mile to a mile apart.
Yeah. No, yes, definitely.
And because they actually interviewed like that Lisa, whatever her name is, that one female ice road trucker. Can't think of
The
her
hot
name.
one.
Lisa Kelly.
Lisa Kelly, there you go. They interviewed her and another guy. They're like, yeah, that's not right because the following distance, if they followed that close, you'd be all in the water.
Right, I'd never be able to stop.
The only way that they go that close together is if somebody
Really?
were to, like, their truck dies out of the ice.
Actually break down, yeah.
Right.
Either that or they're doing the push truck thing.
Right. That's a little different. But generally, even the push truck thing, they only use the push truck uphill. They don't need it on a flat
Right.
road.
Right.
So,
Roll over some more puppy truck.
so yeah, the physics of the
Grab
whole
the
thing
minute.
were not
Thank
exact.
you, Rust.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, it was a little hokey.
Yeah.
It was
Don't
Liam
do it on the
Neeson.
next turn up there either.
Right.
All right.
Oh, there's a prop in this race. Two props.
Yep, there's one.
And then about my barges. Yeah, but it didn't.
Yeah.
They're not stunt.
No, I
props,
know,
so
I know.
They're only in there to.
Right. Keep the truck from drowning.
Right. Well, and there's like a hard
be-
rock ledge there. If you hit it, you just flip up in the air instead of jumping.
They're only there to make it possible to cross. Almost didn't make that one.
Oof. Afraid of that.
Well, crap.
The trailer.
There it goes. It started.
You can't pull a trailer. If you put a flatbed on that one, you can't pull a trailer. That's one issue with it. With that Goliath. So what you do is just get another Goliath and pull it. Then you get two trailers. Or two flatbeds. Or use it for like your short logs or your medium log truck.
Man, that was the other thing with using that truck. The trailers can't handle them, so they bounce everywhere, so you gotta stop every few seconds to repack the cargo.
Jesus. Oh, because it comes loose.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
Riata
Russ.
sucks.
Yeah.
This race would be a little easier to run if you stayed on your wheels instead of your roof.
I noticed
Just saying.
This is like the FREECRAWLER used to be.
Yeah.
Tipping over repeatedly. Who's up front? Babbitt. Damn, son.
Yeah, when I made the next lap, I hit a tree and couldn't get across the water.
Alright, that's where I caught you for a second and then found my roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an issue. I mean, like the Veyron Ds you can do that with. Like all Revit trucks you can do that with. Or the Veyron Ds. Those are like the best trucks.
Yeah, I tried to download I did download the wrecker truck mod,
Yeah, yeah.
but it takes up like almost all of your memory to do that one.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of vehicles
That's
in
it.
mine. I don't use them all, but they're all in there. I think they did give us a little bit more in the last update, but yeah, certain ones take up more of your game memory. Nice race, Babbitt. You beat our asses.
Hell yeah.
Wow, I think I stole the finish from Taker, like probably a tenth of a second difference on us.
Yeah, dude.
It was a close one.
I think the front of my truck nosed out from inside of his truck to win. It's like I was sticking my tongue out.
Total time, yeah. Like, yeah, half a second, or 5/100ths of a second.
Bro.
Good job, Babbitt. So this Off-Road Outlaws series is a series of races that I've created for this whole playlist thing. No props, per se, like stunt props or anything. Only just ones that'll help you in certain things. So it's
None that
basically-
dramatically changed the race.
Right. It's basically just off-road. No, and they're basic races. They're nothing too difficult. I mean, I've got some that are a little bit challenging, but nothing crazy. I have those other races too.
5,000ths of a second I beat him by.
Like my Thunderstuck races that I made. Those are a little bit on the no props, but difficulty level. Because it's raining and it's super slippery. I gotta make Thunderstuck 3 yet. This is Scenic Jeep Tours. So basically you take the Jeeps, there's 4 of them or 5 of them or whatever, and you go around here. It's not too difficult. Spawn. Each one is a...
You ever see, the more we race these, the more I kind of like the Seminole.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not terrible.
We're busting through these races pretty good. Well, you haven't really had to use it on anything off-road, though.
True.
No, I know, but I mean, just what we do, what part of the race we do use it. I like racing it.
Well, let's go buy yourself one of these.
I have one.
For reals?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not real life. I'm not a fan of them in real life.
Huggies is turbocharged.
Right.
Yeah, here it is.
Somebody don't have a license plate on theirs. A little too hot for that one.
That turbo just kicking. Mine just goes over here.
It's like Fast and Furious. It has like 12 shifts.
Right?
Right.
What gear is he in?
13th. What? It's a car.
You got a 15-speed semi-transmission on it.
Ah.
Oh, gee.
Whoa!
Yeah.
God for the rail car.
Train car.
I hate it too.
These laps are quite quick.
Dang it, Rust! Why did I have to find one of these for you to customize it?
I know, right? Oh well, it's on its roof now. I broke it.
Oh,
Are you wearing your Daisy Dukes while you're driving this there, Rob?
Right.
I know tow truck is.
yep. I actually got mine designed like the Daisy Duke Jeep.
Thank you for the follow, wherever that was.
That's funny. I heard my turbo blow off valve and then I hit a rock.
Yeah.
Mine would go. Shouldn't have had those beans.
Fitting too. Oh yeah, I had Culver's the other day when I was leaving Colorado.
How's that?
It was good.
What'd you get?
Double cheeseburger, the big thing of chili,
Oh, you got the chili.
Oreo,
Split, concrete mixer?
concrete, yeah, and the fries.
Oh, you didn't
He's
get
like,
the
"Are
cheese
you in?"
curds?
No, I was on the road and I wanted to eat it all. Just the chili lasted.
Oh, the cheese curds are kind of like chicken nugget cheese curds.
Oh yeah. So to me, that
They-
place is real similar to Freddy's. It's not the same, but it's very similar to Freddy's. What I have in town. Freddy's puts the sauce on it, like In-N-Out Burger, though. But it's
Yeah.
to me, it's very similar. I'm not saying it's the same. It's just very similar.
The only thing good at Freddy's for me is their shakes.
Like-
Everything else I could do without.
Great. You guys gotta
I
break
like
up
their
Culver's.
cheese curds. I like their cheese curds.
I don't think I've ever tried the cheese curds there.
Yeah. Next time,
But I just feel like
I'll try
I'm-
more on the menu.
Well, I just feel like at Freddy's I'm overpaying for that food.
Oh yeah, it's the steak meat. So.
But
Steakhouse.
there's nothing there.
No, it's not. You have to get a double or more.
Yeah,
But the way it smashes out the sides, it just makes it look even worse. But it's good.
yeah.
It became an acquired taste for me.
No, I mean it tastes fine. That's not my issue.
It's just expensive. It's expensive.
Right, it's like $10 for a burger
a double
because you got to buy the
cheeseburger.
double.
Hmm.
But it's the size. I feel like I'm getting the same amount of meat in a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Oh, definitely. Double quarter pounder is
Well, no, I'm
Shitload.
saying
shitload more.
their
Oh, a single
double steak
quarter.
burger is about the same amount of meat as a McDonald's cheeseburger
Right.
that you can buy for 99 cents, but you got to pay
As far as
$10.
I mean, as far
theirs.
as the visual, I think
Yeah.
the taste of it on the Freddy's is supreme.
What is that called? Smash burger or whatever they're
Oh,
called?
Culver's?
It's a
No,
Culver's is a
the
smash burger
yes.
too, but it's not smashed. Freddy's is smashed more around the edges.
yeah, Freddy's is a real thin piece of meat like you get at it's like a patty melt style meat.
Like
Mhm,
steak 'em?
yeah.
Steak 'em?
Yeah, like the patty melt from Waffle House.
Well, they got patty melts at Culver's.
They got patty melts at Freddy's as well. They're good.
Real
They used to
greasy.
have yeah, oh yeah.
Basically a hamburger / grilled cheese.
Well, kid came to town, and he wanted to try a smash burger, and there's a couple of them around here, so I was like, all right, I'll bring you a smash burger. I was not impressed with that place.
What the brand smash burger place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've heard good and bad things about Steak and Shake too.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one in
I
Baton.
can kind of say Steak and Shake chili's not too bad.
Yeah, I like the Culver's chili. I wonder if wonder if it's regional or if it's all like the same stuff that they just ship out to everybody. You
It's
know,
George's chili is actually what it is, and it's a thing that
Georgia.
goes to all Culver's.
Yeah.
okay. Because I've noticed a difference on Wendy's chili from where I live
Wendy's to Wendy's.
like Yeah, Wendy's to Wendy's in Mississippi was way different.
Well, that's part of that's going to be
See you later, Electric. Have a good one, boss.
water.
Well, yeah, water, but also like at my Wendy's, it's like ground beef that they chop, break up and cook it, not cook it into a patty, but
Right.
like you do spaghetti or whatever. That's how it is here. And then went to Mississippi, and it was half of a
Hamburger patty.
cheese, half of a hamburger
That's what they
patty in
use. They
there.
use up their old hamburger patty that didn't sell.
But it wasn't even broke up. It was
Well-
just ripped in half.
They just throw
Well,
them in and
you
break
gotta-
them down, throw them
you-
in the thing.
It was
So
just broken in half. That's all. Like,
yeah,
oh, that's
well,
interesting.
the bigger difference there is at
Location.
your Wendy's, they don't mind working,
That's why I was laughing.
right? The one in
Yeah, it was
the
just ripped in
restaurants
half.
in
That's that.
Mississippi, the workers are not so motivated to do.
No, they're
Work.
courteous. They were nice and courteous, but that was the extent of the work. I think ethic.
That's like last year when I went down to Louisiana. I was in Mississippi, North Mississippi, when I stopped for breakfast.
Uh,
And I ordered a coffee. Told them I wanted 3 cream, 6 sugar in it. She
What's that
said,
mean?
"We don't do that."
we don't do that.
I'm like, since when? That's kind of been y'all's gimmick. And she's like, "I'll just put it in a bag for you." I'm like, okay. But apparently there was an employee behind her that didn't mind working.
Yeah.
So when I got to the gas station, sure enough, there was a bag of 3 cream and 6 sugars in there, a little Ziploc bag. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll put it in my coffee. I opened the coffee lid, and the girl behind her had put everything in there like I asked for.
I don't say like in some places like McDonald's, it's like instead of taking and opening up the package, it's pumps. How many pumps you get?
Right. But I mean, their whole slogan is, tell us how much cream and sugar you want, we'll add it for you.
And which store was that?
It was one in...
Like Wendy's?
No, it was McDonald's.
Oh, weird. So I've ran into that at Wendy's where either they're gonna do the pumps like McDonald's or you get the packaged shit.
Yeah, this was McDonald's. Just regular coffee with cream and sugar.
Yeah.
The only thing I was impressed with was they had mild picante sauce instead of just the hot.
Right. We get both.
Oh no, here it's only hot. There is no mild.
Oh yeah, no, we get both here.
So are we hungry? Everybody talking about food? Culver's? Russ
Getting
started
there.
it. I had Culver's the
That
other
was
day.
it's like I'm ready to drive back to Colorado for some Culver's.
They don't
That was a
have
good cheeseburger. It was like in between Freddy's, In-N-Out, and Sonic to me.
Yeah,
And I like
because
all- I
they
like all of
toast.
them.
Yeah, because Culver's toast the bun, so there's your Sonic
Mhm.
part.
Yeah. Well, also the mayo, because the Sonic is either mayo or mustard. You don't get
Yeah.
like a Big Mac sauce like
Right.
No.
like In-N-Out and Freddy's have similar sauce. It's not Big Mac, but it's similar.
I can't compare In-N-Out because I've never had it.
Oh yeah. It's a very basic menu, and it's good. It's
Yeah.
just good. But the thing is if you're gonna get in and out, you about want to get it in California, not Texas. Food poisoning in Texas.
Yeah. No,
It
yeah,
was
I'm with you.
bad. It was so bad.
But that's like, well, Whataburger is the big thing in Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
They're in
And it's
Oklahoma too.
garbage. It's garbage too.
It's overpriced Sonic to me.
Yeah.
It's the same burger you get at Sonic, but more expensive.
Never had it.
Or Jack in the Box.
Never had that either. Never
Cracking
had
and Smack's not too bad.
We don't know that. We don't.
Jack in the Box.
White Castle. We don't know that stuff. Crystals. The Florida
Yeah.
area.
Don't have White Castle.
But
Never.
so I watch Murder Nova's YouTube channel, Rust.
Oh, he's Amarillo?
He's
Or-
in
or
Mustang,
Mustang.
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. So he's Oklahoma City.
Yeah. But he did a video on 4th of July and he said he's like, man, I swear everybody comes here to pop fireworks. And he's driving down the road to go pick up his son and he's showing it. It literally is non-stop fireworks for hours.
Yeah.
And it's
They
not
like
the little
spending the
small one. Yeah, he's like, it's the thing. Everybody comes to Mustang to pop fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're watching a fireworks show that you would think you'd see, you know, put on by a city or, you know, something in a big show.
Right.
No, it's just people popping it in their yards and stuff.
On their
He's going
websites.
down the main drag and there's, you know, O'Reilly's and Whataburger and all that, and fireworks are just going off behind it. And it's no
Right.
big deal.
For the parking lots and everything.
Yeah, people are stopped in traffic, greeting, you know, 5 o'clock traffic to watch the fireworks
It's
go
my
off.
right as a U.S. citizen to ride out fireworks.
That's right.
I mean,
Oh,
nobody
It was just crazy
drive
watching.
by fireworks out of my dead hands.
Oh. Like there's certain counties in Kansas it's that way. All week, not just the day.
That's what he said. He said it's usually the whole week before and after.
Yeah. Karens don't care for it, but whatever.
Well, I'm a Karen too because my neighbor likes to do that.
Well, when you're not doing it yourself, it's like, come on,
I'm assuming that was
Come
tow
on
trucks
now.
that went flying by.
give me a break.
It was.
It was an orange truck, that's what I said.
Well, it's not that I'm not doing it. It's, you know, Tuesday night at 1:45 and I'm trying to go to bed and kaboom!
Right.
You know. I get it. If it's the weekend, have fun. But
Well,
during the week,
I've had friends that that's their vacation week. They don't work during that, just so they
Right.
can do all that, drink and fucking America.
Right.
well, but then the best part is fireworks are illegal here.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
everybody just goes over to Indiana and buys them.
right. And then pops them illegally, and hopefully they don't start a fire and go to jail forever.
Right? Well, there's a park behind me, so the cops try and get crafty to catch him and drive across the park.
Bet the groundskeeper loves that.
Well, see, that's what's really funny is I live in one village, but the park is maintained by the neighboring village, even though it's right in the middle of this one.
Okay.
So it's like, haha, we're doing this, and it's a whole other person's problem, not ours.
Yeah, exactly. No accountability for some of them cops.
Right.
Some of them.
Thank you, Rock. No, thank you, Rock. Turn, you stupid truck. Jesus. It hit the planter rose and it just was going straight.
Dang, baby.
He's on a tag.
Dang it.
He's on a toe.
Yeah, right? Like yesterday.
If I got you, it'd be a miracle. Nope.
Taker got me.
0.9 to 0.081.
Says, anyone out there know how big the spider has to be to set off your security cameras and cast a shadow? The wife's uncle's got a video of a spider going across his camera, or his light or whatever. Yeah. And there's a shadow down on the ground. It looks huge.
Oh, yeah, night vision shadow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's probably just a little baby spider that just got hatched.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or those wolf spiders do pretty good when they got babies on them.
Surprised I even finished. Had to make a trip.
Oh.
The beginning.
Oh my.
Babbitt, he's getting better at driving with one eye closed.
Getting his arm starting to work better.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a busted arm?
Yeah, it's messed up.
Well, he's not seeing 3 checkpoints anymore.
That too.
He said his eyes are still messed up. He's still driving with one eye closed or whatever. 2 left. Trophy truck races, both of them.
It's somebody gonna break 200 again.
It's funny how I can go through a playlist like last night of 10 races or 9 races or whatever it was, and it takes over 2 hours. Here we're going through 16 off-road races with no props, and we're buzzing through it in under 2 hours. 16 races.
Well,
I mean, they're designed to be short, so.
Not very many of us.
Well,
Plus,
yeah, but you
everybody knows
also,
these races.
I mean, you add in a few extra laps on the other races.
Or I just make
got contact.
And they were contact.
Right.
And one was a parkour, a mediocre parkour.
Yeah, it was like
parkour.
it wasn't a full-on parkour. It was just a. I know, this morning, this office, holy cow. Melting right out of this chair.
Marcus took over.
Uh-huh.
This is the race I like.
That makes one of you. So you're the
Yeah,
one.
you say that.
You're the one.
So I hit them. Oh, I rocked out. Oh.
What?
You never say you like a race. Until you're
No
done
kidding,
with
because as soon as I did it, I missed a stupid
You
checkpoint.
hate
Yeah.
that. Hate this race. That's right. Now I remember. I thought I liked it.
I don't hate
You
the
just-
race.
No, you just jinx yourself. Oh, I like this race. Bam, rock.
Right,
missed
now
checkpoint.
yeah.
Spinning around sideways down the hill.
Yep. Now I'm tumbling down that one.
Yep, I'm bouncing up to you.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey guys, can I play?
Jesus.
They're Steelers.
Drive.
How'd that work out for you, Steelers?
He had a flipping good time.
Flip off.
How'd that work out for you,
right
Russ?
Here.
Yeah. I was like, say something, wait for it.
Damn Brophy jinx.
Right?
Ooh, don't roll over. Get back on all 4. had to say something.
Do they have a Taco John's down by you, Russ?
Yes.
Have you had the street tacos yet?
Yes.
That,
Actual street
Yeah, that's where
tacos
they
are
cook
better.
the meat on the street, right?
yeah,
No,
right on the
that's like
sidewalk.
potted. That's
Yep.
like potted. It's like potted meat there. That's like Taco Bell's.
Why did
potted
you get the
meat.
chicken?
Oh, you know, it's just. It's not like. Yeah, street tacos are better across.
For
across
real,
across
real
town.
street tacos are better.
Yeah.
But this
Off a
is all
taco
we
truck.
get up here.
No, gotcha.
I didn't think they're too bad.
Well, in
See
that
it on
case, they're
Twitter.
not bad. They're not bad.
Yeah. See it on throw. I want to make
Damn.
my own. Pico de gallo and
Mm-hmm. I just noticed they put a lot of black pepper in their food at Taco John's.
oh, their tacos have refried beans in them, and they're hot refried beans. So you get a little zing to them if you just get it like a regular taco. I like the Olays with cheese.
I was trying to
Potato
think if you
Olays
couldn't
with
hear.
nacho cheese sauce. Something delicious.
Like the little potato bites are kind of good for a while. Then the crazy salt gets.
Oh
strong.
yeah, the seasoning salt that they put on there. It's,
Yeah.
Super
just
salty.
It gets pretty strong after a while. I can't eat a whole bucket.
That's why you get the cheese sauce. Helps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But even then, sometimes it actually burns your tongue because of the salt. It's so
Salt
much
is so
salt.
much. Yeah.
You can order
Yeah.
without salt. You want to be caring.
Oh.
Or half salt.
I'd order it without salt and refried beans.
Well, the refried
Without
beans
salt
are in the
and
meat,
without
so
refried.
you're not getting them out of there.
What in order?
You wouldn't taste it. You wouldn't even. You don't taste the beans. It's just that they got heat in there.
So at least they make them to order it because
Right.
it's kind of a slow store. It's in a gas. It's like in a Love's gas station.
Oh, yours is
here.
in a gas station. Mine's a standalone
Uh-huh.
here.
Right.
Our Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell
KFC is all together.
Yeah. There you go.
KFC Taco
What's
Bell.
funny though is
And Arby's is
I
in
love
a gas station.
I love red beans and rice, but I hate beans and everything else.
It's a different texture of bean.
See, everywhere I
It's
went,
just-
there was black beans in Colorado and Vegas was all black beans. That was good.
Truckload
I
of
went to
E3
Vegas with you,
games
I'd have been-
downloaded on Steam. Yeah, I don't
We
know.
went to Venetian to get the deviled eggs at Yardbird.
There you go. Let's do it.
Oh, those things are amazing. And the pork belly sandwich.
I just had some deviled eggs last night. Wife made some.
That was my main concern, was just eat right. Have, had fun.
Yeah, that
We're
was
gonna
my
go
main
to that.
concern this morning too.
Dirty Dicks or whatever Dicks
Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in
Excalibur.
Excalibur. Yep.
Yeah. They're all over. They got one in Indianapolis too.
Right, fair. We walk by every day, but never went in.
They
Except
got
for the
one down
bathroom.
by your area, don't they? What it's called? Not Dirty Dicks. What's called something else?
Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah, no, it's something else.
No.
It starts with a B, I want to say.
Bedroom?
Oh,
I'll look it up when we get done here.
Oh, you're being serious.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I have my bedroom.
No, it's just one of them places where they're rude to the staff is rude in there.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but so that job is a lot harder than people think because
Well, yeah, you gotta be a natural comedian, be-
well, you got to be that or you got to be a really good smartass, and if you're not,
Oh, shit, I can do that. Here's your food. Don't choke on it, fat boy. Jesus. All you gotta do is be rude. Be like, no filter at all.
right? But then it comes to a
right now.
point where it's
Toxic.
not fun anymore because you do it all the time.
You can't be hateful.
Yeah.
You
Well,
need a
that's it.
shoot horn to get out of that booth. Uh-oh.
How did you manage that? We went off that hill at the same spot.
Yeah, well. Left-handed.
Weird bounce.
Oh, that back don't hurt as much as it did yesterday after going to the driving range. After 3 years.
Oh.
They went and hit some golf balls yesterday after I got done my morning stream.
Stretch your back out. Or
Well, I want to see if my arm can handle it. I was going to buy some new golf gloves,
Yeah.
but it didn't pay to buy new ones if my The tendon in my arm is messed up.
It's your lower back it was getting used to.
Oh yeah, but I haven't swung a golf club in
I
forever.
did it again. Damn it.
Up on the road.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm fine. My back doesn't hurt anymore. Paprika mustard on deviled eggs. Oh, yeah.
Damn it, it did too.
Mayonnaise. Now, is it mayonnaise or Miracle? Which one do you like? I like either one.
Mayo.
Yeah, mayo to me tastes a little bit better.
Mayo. Not that salad dressing Miracle Whip.
Not Miracle.
It's gotta be Hellman's.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's a nice
Not-
change
what
sometimes,
about Duke's?
but it's always back to mayo. Duke's.
Duke's mayo.
Gotta be Hellman's.
Hellman's. Duke's has got a different taste. I've never had it, but I've heard about it. My wife did some with chopped up jalapenos in there, and she did some with little pieces of ham in them. She did some with green onions in them. All kinds of. She just not yesterday, but for a birthday party. We made 10 dozen, so I had 120 of them
For her birthday
or
party.
240 of them.
Man, I bought one of them egg peeler things.
Yeah?
Oh, that's the only way to go if you eat boiled eggs.
Is that little suction cup thing you put it in and push down?
No, that's a different one. This one you just add a cap full of water, shake it 5 or 6 times, and then peel the egg like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if you put your eggs in cold water, the shell comes right off.
Oh, I bought a...
If they're hot eggs,
Uh,
put them in cold water, and the shell releases from the egg. You just peel them right off.
Yeah, but well, like I eat 3 boiled eggs every morning, so I kind of cook them ahead of time.
Right.
And when they get too cold, they don't come off that easy.
Oh, it needs to be the shock of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dang it. I was hoping
Yeah,
you were
but,
going to keep looking at whatever you were looking at.
Oh, I was looking up that restaurant, Rude Restaurant.
But yeah, I know, but I come around the corner, your truck was just sitting there.
Oh, it's already
Ed
finished.
DeBevick's. Ed DeBevick's is the Rude place. It
Where's
looks like
it
a
at?
diner.
Is it in the city or is it?
I'm looking it up. Directions. It is
In Chicago?
right along the water. West Ohio Street, East Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's downtown.
Oh, it's downtown. You're not far from the Navy Pier.
Yep.
Looking at this, there's all kinds of stuff here.
Unfortunately, I'm starting to learn that area, so when you said Ohio Street, I knew exactly where it was
The
at.
Purple Pig,
He knows the Navy Pier because he goes there every.
Gino's East.
Night.
It's just south of Gino's East.
Yeah,
Giordano's. Giordano's.
Giordano.
Giordano's. Yeah, it's south of there.
Babbitt wants one more race.
One more race.
Needs his point. Needs a point.
I'm done.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, yeah, Ed DeBevick's. It's like a diner style thing.
Yeah.
They
No,
get
Steelers actually hate going to Navy Pier. It's all touristy.
Yeah.
It's not what you expect.
No, I mean it's cool, but it's where everybody goes that comes to Chicago. So
Oh, right.
I still want to go do the stunt jet boat ride on the lake though.
We just did 16.
He needs the points, doesn't he?
Oh, I don't know. For what, second?
Alright. Take you out.
No, he was down at the bottom of the list.
Oh, we had
Maybe
a
just
good
wanted to do
races
one
then.
more race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Hopefully you did have a good time watching. Don't forget to follow if you haven't. And enjoy your week, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.